Have you thought about how social media affects your faith? In our fast digital world, what we do online can change how we feel spiritually. Join us as we look at how social media can affect our faith and find easy ways to handle it while keeping your spiritual journey going strong. In our daily time on social media, we often see a lot of posts and videos, but sometimes paying too much attention to these things might distract us from growing closer to God. It's like trying to grow a beautiful garden, but getting sidetracked by weeds that take over. When we're too caught up in social media, it's like those weeds. They keep us from focusing on our spiritual well-being. The Bible talks about these distractions in Mark chapter 4, verse 19, which says, "But the worries of this life, the deceitfulness of wealth, and the desires for other things come in and choke the word, making it unfruitful." This verse says that worries about life, wanting lots of things, and chasing after wealth can stop our spiritual growth. These distractions are like thorny vines that make it hard for our faith to grow. It's not that social media is always bad, but when it fills our thoughts too much, it gets in the way of our spiritual life. Think about hearing a soft whisper when there's a lot of noise around you. It's really hard, isn't it? Similarly, when our minds are full of social media notifications, it's tough to listen to God's voice speaking to our hearts quietly. Understanding this problem is the first step to concentrating better on growing closer to God, even with all the noise from social media. Also, when we check social media, we see bits of others' lives, their cool stuff, achievements, and happy moments, all shown in bright colors. While it's great to celebrate others' successes, seeing all this info sometimes makes us feel like our own lives aren't as good. Have you ever felt a bit unhappy or jealous comparing your life to the perfect ones on social media? The Bible talks about this in Galatians chapter 5, verse 26, which says, "Let us not become conceited, provoking and envying each other." This verse tells us not to act all proud or make others jealous. Comparing ourselves to others can make us feel not good enough, especially when it looks like everyone else has a perfect life. But what we see online isn't everything. People usually share only the best stuff, and everyone has tough times behind the scenes. Always comparing ourselves to others can make us feel less happy with our spiritual peace. Instead of being happy with our own blessings and the unique way God made us, we might wish for things we don't have. This can stop us from growing spiritually and being thankful for what we do have. Realizing this can help us use social media without feeling jealous and be happy with our own lives. Also, have you ever felt like you're only looking for a little bit, but then hours go by without noticing? It's like being so interested in a story that you forget time is passing. Spending too much time on social media might take away moments that could be used for praying, thinking quietly, and being close to God. In Ephesians chapter 5, verses 15 to 16, it says, "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." This verse tells us to use our time wisely and take advantage of every chance we get. Every moment is important, and what we do with our time matters. Social media is fun and helps us connect, but using it too much might stop us from growing spiritually. Just like a garden needs care and attention, our spiritual life needs that too. When we spend all day scrolling or checking for new stuff, we might miss moments to think calmly or pray to God. Instead of using time for things that make our faith stronger, we might end up using it all on social media. Thinking about how we use our time online can help us enjoy social media and also take time for our spiritual side. Now, do you ever feel happy or sad based on how many likes or comments your posts get? It's common to look for acceptance and feel good when our posts get lots of attention. However, focusing too much on these likes and comments might make us forget that our real value doesn't come from social media. The Bible in Galatians chapter 1, verse 10 asks, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God?" This verse makes us think about why we do things, even online. If we care too much about getting attention on social media, we might forget what really matters as followers of Christ. Always seeking approval through likes and comments can make us believe that our worth depends on what people think about us online. But it's important to know that our value doesn't come from the number of likes or followers. It comes from God's love and acceptance. Knowing this can help us focus more on God's love and not just on getting likes on social media. Sometimes it's also important to see how our words and actions affect others. Have you ever seen how quickly bad or hurtful things can spread on social media? Sometimes what starts as a small comment can become something harmful, hurting not just the people involved, but also those who see it happening. In Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29, it says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." This verse tells us not to say bad things and instead to speak in ways that help and support others. This shows us how powerful our words are. On social media, what we say or share can either make people feel good or spread negativity. Social media connects us, but it can also spread negative things if we're not careful. Gossip, rumors, or mean words can hurt relationships and make people look bad. We need to think about what we share and how we talk to others online. When we share positivity, kindness, and support, it follows what Ephesians 4:29 advises. It helps make social media a better place. Understanding how our words affect others online helps us use social media to spread positive things and kindness instead of spreading negative things. Also, it's really important to be careful about what we see and do on social media. Have you ever felt like there's just too much happening on your feed? The Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23 says, "I have the right to do anything you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive." It tells us that even though we can do a lot of things, not everything is good for us. Setting boundaries on social media is like choosing what's best for our minds and hearts. Just like we pick healthy food for our bodies, it's smart to pick good stuff for our hearts and minds on social media. That means thinking about what we watch, how much time we spend online, and how it makes us feel spiritually. Social media has lots of things to see and read. We need to decide what's right for us and what helps us grow in a spiritual way. Sometimes taking breaks, avoiding things that make us feel bad, or spending less time online can make us feel better. The verse from 1 Corinthians is a reminder that just because something's there doesn't mean it's good for us. If we use this idea on social media, we can choose things that help us grow spiritually. Having boundaries helps us make wise decisions so that our time online helps us grow in a good way. Now, let's have a look at how social media can affect our lives in a positive way. In the world of social media, we have a beautiful opportunity to spread positivity and share messages of hope and encouragement. Ever thought about how a simple post or comment could make someone's day better? The Bible in Matthew chapter 5, verse 16 says, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." This verse encourages us to let our light shine before others, so they see the good things we do and feel closer to God. Social media isn't just for fun chats. It's a place where we can show love and teach about Jesus. We can use it to share uplifting content, inspirational messages, and the great things the Bible tells us. Our online stuff can be like a light in the dark, giving hope and joy to people who need it. When we share stories of faith, kindness, or a bit of encouragement, it can make a big difference. Even a simple thank you or sharing a Bible verse can make someone's day brighter. When we use social media to spread love and positivity, we're doing what Matthew 5:16 says. We are showing everyone how great God is by what we do online. It's amazing how a small message or post on social media can make people feel happier and inspired. When we do this, we're doing God's work, making the digital world a brighter and better place for everyone. So remember, as we use the internet, let's make sure we take care of our spiritual well-being. Think about how you use social media. Try to set limits, spread positivity, and use this platform to uplift others. When we do this, we don't just feel better ourselves, but also show God's love to everyone online. Together, let's grow in faith. Check out the next video on the right side of your screen. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, press the like button, and share this video with your friends and loved ones.